Alrighty, we live, man. We back with another one. And this is the 38th official episode of Off the Bench podcast, man. You know, today is Sunday. A lot of Sunday night football games. A lot of good football slates on today. We here discussing and breaking down for y'all. You know, all the new people that's here tuning in, that's checking us out. Y'all gonna leave a like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Come watch this podcast, Up and Growing podcast. We're gonna go and get into it. You know, we got a lot of good games today. I wouldn't call them upsets, but some upsets. Just a competitive Sunday day of football. But first up, we got the Ravens losing to the Browns. Browns winning in a walk-off field goal, 33-31. Deshaun Watson, he had one of his cleanest games since putting on the Cleveland Brown uniform with 20-34, 213 yards, a touchdown, interception. Ford, he had 17 carries, 107 yards. Cooper, he had 98 yards with six receptions. Lamar Jackson, he was 13 of 23, 223 yards, a touchdown, two interceptions, 8 flowers, 5 receptions, 73 yards. You know, what was your thoughts on this game?
There weren't too many takeaways from this game. Both defenses got shredded. Both top defenses in AFC got shredded today. 31 points and 33 points. No defense was being played. The Ravens outscored the Browns 17-3 in the first quarter and got outscored every quarter after that. 6 in the second quarter, by 1 in the third, and by 9 in the fourth. And they only lost by 2 points. They could have won this game. Deshaun Watson, he gave up a pick six on the first drive of the game. Cal Hamilton, nice safety, nice pick six. But he bounced back. Jerome Ford, he was really the main source of offense. He has been a bright spot for him this season, which he wasn't really supposed to coming into this season. Nick Chubb supposed to be the workhorse back. But since like week 3, I think that's when Nick Chubb went down. Jerome Ford has been holding his own. He has been dealing with injury. He came back this week. 100 yards. He had 100 yards on the ground, more yards than the entire Ravens offense rushing wise. So he did his job. Amari Cooper almost had 100 yards. Deshaun Watson, like you said, he had one of his cleanest games, and it wasn't even like a clean, really efficient, great game. But that's all you needed. That's all you needed Deshaun to do to beat a really good team, a contended team in the NFL. And if he could just get better and stop starting so slow, I think this Brown team could be really good.
Yeah, I think.
Hold on. What I saw from the Ravens though, I saw a team kind of got lax, kind of took their foot off the gas a little bit, kind of start. When we see them do with the Lions, they didn't have that mentality. They put their foot on the throat of the Lions all the whole game until there was no coming back. I think this game again, this is the Browns. They have a better defense. The defense is worse out, so it's not gonna give up and bend and break as easily as the Lions defense was. And again, the offense, the running game got involved for the Browns today, which opened up shots down the field, which opened up receivers, which opened up longer drives for holding the ball. I like what I seen from both teams though. I don't think this was a game where if you're a Ravens fan, I don't know how you feel about it, but if I was a Ravens fan, I would be mad obviously because we lost the game and we could have won, right? But if I'm a Ravens fan, cause I'm a Chiefs fan, I expect nothing but greatness or great things like Ravens fans. I'm expecting y'all expect 2 point loss. We got outscored the last 3 quarters. We only lost by 2 points against a very good defense, and we scored 31 on them. The only thing you can say is, you know, we gave up 33 points. And I don't even think again it's gonna happen. It's the NFL. You got some of the greatest players to ever come through here. In its 18 weeks, they still are elite defense. So I don't really take too much away from it's a divisional game. We know that I don't really take away nothing from the Ravens losing. I do look at the Browns and say how I was saying coming into him. I think they can beat any team any given week if Deshaun play like he's playing for that team and not playing like he's betting money on his team. If he could do that, if he could play like this a little better, this team can be decent going forward.
Yeah, I like this win by the Cleveland Browns. It was a big time win. Definitely helped them in terms of playoff picture wise. You know, this is week 10. Seven more games left on their schedule remaining. And this was a big time win to give them that bump. They was tied with the Cincinnati Bengals. With the Bengals losing today and them winning, you know, they solely kind of, give them that little cushion over them. And then winning over the Baltimore Ravens today, you know, that's kind of a tiebreaker and they have to go by points. And however the conference shakes up, but you know, the Cleveland Browns, this was a good win by them. That defense being one of those defenses that they was, and that's really what this game had came down to was the defense to me. The offense, the Ravens offense in the first half was marching the ball up and down the field, was doing whatever they wanted. In the second half, the Cleveland Brown defense decided to show up to this game, show up to this ball game, be the Cleveland Brown defense that they've been showcasing all year long. And like you said, Lamar, he two turnovers, two interceptions, and that second half will kind of rejuvenated the Cleveland Brown offense a little bit, giving them short fields. Not putting so much pressure on Deshaun to make plays. And Ford got that run game, got that attack run game going, opened up the field a little bit, hit them with some play action passes, to keep them a little bit balanced, had a balanced attack today. Uh, so that was a real good win for the Cleveland Browns. They controlled the tempo of the game. They was a 34 minutes and 15 seconds time of possession, 75 total plays versus the Ravens 50 plays.
Yeah, I seen
Uh,
that.
they also went 50% on third down versus the Ravens going 2 for 8 on third down, and they had more total yards and more total rush yards. And we know the Baltimore Ravens, their identity is running, ground and pound, being physical both sides of the line of scrimmage, and they lost that battle. They lost the game on the ground today, and that had a lot to do, how this game turned out too as well. But from the Ravens standpoint, I'm like you said, a fan, not really too disappointed. This is the NFL. Things can go like that, especially when you playing a divisional rival game, and you playing against another formidable defense in the Cleveland Browns. But one thing that I just took away, Lamar Jackson got to him, if we want to be able to get to the next level, we 6-3 this year. Two of those three losses because of Lamar Jackson turnovers. I think he lead outside of Brock Purdy. I think he leads the NFL in turnovers, with strip sacks and not even just interception, just with the fumbles
Yeah,
and
turn the
all
ball
that.
over. Yeah.
Yeah, so Lamar, he got to keep that. He got to keep that under control. The games he don't do that, he had the games like he did with the Lions. He had the games like he did against the Seahawks last week. It be looking, the offense look way more cleaner, way more efficient, way more smoother when he don't turn the ball or put the ball in harm's way, and put more stress on that defense, because that defense gonna do what it needs to do if they not on the field 75 plays.
I think, and I'm not saying because you know how I feel about Lamar. I'm not. Well, I like Lamar. You're a Lamar. You're a Lamar guy. I'm a Mahomes guy. I like Lamar though. I'm not gonna say I'm a Lamar fan, but not like how you is. But I want to say that he is not like someone who don't play up to expectations. But the only common denominator with I'm seeing when y'all lose, when he have those games, is against teams that have like top of the line defenses. Feel me? The Browns, they have Miles Garrett, who's gonna cause a lot of disruptions on himself. He gonna get in that backfield, and if he don't, one of them three other people gonna get back there because two people double teaming him. Same with the Steelers. I remember vividly. JJ Watt
The strip
No,
fumble.
TJ Watt. TJ
Yeah.
Watt absolutely took the game over with in the fourth quarter. And again, if it wasn't him, it was Highsmith. If they causing problems because if you got one guy who can just constantly put pressure on the quarterback, and again, I know Lamar is good enough, and I think that's a good assessment. I think Lamar is good enough to cut the turnovers down, hold on to the ball, and not throw interception because we've seen him. This is the best I think I've seen him as a passer. I think we can
Hmm.
all say that from watching him since high school when he did that little viral. No, this is the best we've seen him as a pure passer, and he still got the wheels. He can still move. It just if he can turn the ball over a little less. That's what I was saying with Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. I just think the elite guys are turning the ball over a little bit this year. Josh Allen always gonna be a turnover machine, but the top like 4 to 5 quarterbacks, Tua not really turning the
Even
ball over.
Joe Burrow today.
Yeah, even but I see what you're saying because he do turn the ball over in like the crucial moment
Yeah, crucial moments.
because
Yeah.
it is yeah it's the Steelers the Brown but again another common denominator divisional games it may be just against divisional opponents where it's just like we know this guy. We play.
You play him
No,
twice a
yeah, I'm saying no
year.
other team. Miles Garrett play against him twice a year. No other Miles Garrett and TJ Watt. No other elite lineman, defensive lineman can say that. Nick
Hmm.
Bosa, Michael Park, nobody can say that. So that I guess that kind of do. So that's why I said I wouldn't be too upset because that is a good. It's a good loss, but no loss is good. But that's a good. Like I can take that rather than getting blown
And
out.
another thing that I've been taking away from like these Lamar Jackson turnovers as well is from, like you said, he didn't improve as a passer in the pocket and doing all these things. but I think that hurting him a little bit more in terms of the turnover ratio because now he just sitting in the pocket in terms of previous years. Sometimes if his first or second read went there, he'll take off with it using his legs. This year he haven't been using his legs that much. He just been looking to pass. Whenever he do scramble, he's still looking to pass. He's not
Mm-hmm.
really looking to scramble for real. And I think he need to take more onus on that because I think they will make the offense way more dynamic. Keep the defense on their heels now instead of having to uh dropping 6, 7, 8 guys in coverage. Now you only can drop 4, 5 guys in coverage. So
The thing I think about dual threats, I think it's hard to do both though. I think it's hard. I don't think we ever the level of Lamar passing right now. I don't think we ever seen a dual threat quarterback pass like passing wise be as good as that. Like Michael Vick was accurate, but he was more so like a deep ball, throw
hmm
it to Deshaun. Cam Newton, he was accurate, but he was more so like just a cannon arm who can also run. Lamar is playing like a guy who can run the ball and he can at every level he can hit the read on stride without losing no velocity right there on the target. So I guess it is you got to sacrifice something because I guess it is kind of hard to do both. That's what makes
hmm
them so unique. Jalen Hurts, he struggles at it. It's a lot of dual threats. I think Lamar, and that's why I think he's the best dual threat quarterback because what we seeing him do now, he's a full quarterback, and it just so happened he can run the ball like a running back, and
yeah,
the fact that he's taking that on himself to like because I know he heard all the slander, all the
him
oh he
getting
a running
hurt,
back.
yeah,
Not yeah, people calling him a running back. People saying you can't pass, you're not a good passer. He's putting up some of the best numbers of his career passing wise, and he's still doing it on his on his leg, still winning games like he always been doing. I just think it's gonna be either one or the other. It's either gonna be he's passing at a high level and the legs not as dynamic as they yours, or either he gonna be running all over everybody. His leg gonna be so dynamic, and the passing may be what's lagging behind. I just think it's hard for him to be so great at both. But
hmm
that I think that's what separates him for everybody. How he really developed into a really good quarterback
he definitely
since
did.
since since high school. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's all I had on that one. But hey, Ravens, we went up. We was in the third quarter. I think it was 24-3, 17-3, something like that. We got to win this game, man. We got to strap up the boots. Don't get so complacent. That's another takeaway. They did get comfortable. Got comfortable. You should have kept. This would have been another. This would have been a big statement win. You just put belt to ass against the Seahawks. Previous week, national television. You come back in the divisional game, stamp you in that, and that very put you in the front for it. That first being going at 8-2, that's
Yeah, it would have
and I
been a
think
big
this
win.
we got about after Thursday. I think we got our bye week. So yeah, but next up, we got 49ers. They finally bounced back. Debo Samuel, he finally suited back up coming off their bye week. They put up a dominating performance, 34-3 win over Jacksonville Jaguars. Brock Purdy, he was 19 to 26, 296, 3 touchdowns. CMC, he finally lost his streak of
They was trying though. They was
yeah, they were
trying to give it
trying
to him.
of going the game with every game with at least a touchdown. He had 16 carries, 95 yards. George Kittle had it, except for day 3 receptions, 116 yards, a touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, he was 17 of 29, 185, 2 interceptions. And Christian Kirk was six receptions, 104 yards. Takeaways on that game, man.
You didn't even mention the biggest stat. To me, the biggest stat was Trevor 5 sacks, bro. They was on Trevor Lawrence as they was not Chase Young, Randy Gregory, big time additions, and it showed today. It
And
was their first
mm,
game all playing, and boy, did it look good. They had 3 points for a reason. They could not do anything. Christian Kirk, he was getting he was getting off, but no other receiver. CMC had more rushing yards than their whole team combined, and more receiving yards than they second most receiver. Besides Christian Kirk, CMC would have been the highest, receiver or the receiving leading receiver on their team that game, and he wasn't even top three on the 49ers in receiving today. This team again, it is the Jaguars. Jaguars are leading their division. They not no slouches or nothing. They are missing guys. They O line is kind of banged up, but for 34-3, and it could have got worse, but 34 because they did pull the whole starters out the whole fourth quarter. Could have got worse, but 34-3, that's a bad loss at home. Coming off 5-0. if you would have lost by like 14, 21, maybe 28, maybe you're at home. Even losing by 28 at home is a bad for a playoff team. That's you're going to the playoff for sure. They going to the playoffs. It's a lot. They win in a division. So what I was looking for, I was like, okay, is the offense gonna ever look good? Like, is the offense gonna ever have like a drive where we can get downfield and we can at least be like we can score a touchdown? And it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
And Chase Young, him and Nick Bosa both combined for a sack on the play. It was beautiful to see Ohio State teaming up. Randy Gregory is making noise. Javon Hargrave was in there. They had another Eric Armstead. He wasn't really that big today. It was another D tackle they got. He the sixth D tackle though, and he even had a sack. And they was talking about on the broadcast like he wasn't even like supposed to be playing for real. He didn't know what his role was gonna be coming into this week, and two other players that play his position. And I'm like, this team, this D line is gonna cause wreak havoc against every team they playing against. If you got a good offensive line like the Eagles, the Cowboys, I think that that'll help. But if you a team like the Jaguars, where if you got just one guy or two guys, you O line banged up, feasting five sacks, and those are just the sacks. He had a lot of more pressures and a lot of tip passes that led to the interceptions. And man, it showed because he couldn't do nothing. I feel bad. I really felt bad for him for a little bit. I was like, damn, they in this nigga face every time he hiked the ball. But a great win from domination from the 49ers. They had a 3-game losing streak. Got back with another 30-point win. They either beat niggas by 30 or lose. I see. That's them. It's no in between.
Yeah, this was a good win by the 49ers, like you said, coming off a 3-game losing streak. Coming off your bye week, you just acquired a Chase Young and another addition that you just got, and automatically they went to work. The 49ers defense, they were dominant. They had 2 interceptions, 5 sacks, and they made them go 4 for 12 on third down. That's the key to the ball game right there. They're gonna help you win a lot of games. They help you win Super Bowls right there if you can do that. Night in, night out. And I think that was the whole game plan of bringing in Chase Young. Now you can't double team literally nobody on that front line. If you double team somebody gonna have an outlet. Because if they had 5 sacks, that mean they had at least 10 QB pressures at least. And if they had 5 sacks. So and the defense ain't gonna do nothing but improve. They got 7 weeks now to steadily keep improving game in, game out. Get Chase Young all the way, kind of acclimated a little bit. Trying to get him, up to date a little bit to what they trying to do. But from the offense standpoint for the 49ers, it looked good, looked smooth. Because I think this offense is basically like with Brock Purdy at the quarterback, is you need all your guys there. You need all your weapons there to make it run and flow fluently, frequently, how they wanted to. Because that's a body out there you got to account for. Whether he not getting the receptions or the targets that he would need, you got to make sure Debo is covered. You got to make sure we're 19. You got CMC in the backfield. Like you said, receiving yards, a good two-way threat coming at that backfield, can receive, hand it off, whatever. George Kittle, 3 receptions, 120 yards.
Crazy.
Crazy, bro. And 3 receptions. You know, you still got Brandon Ayuk. You still got Jennings. You got weapons. So I think that's what this team is based. You need all your guys there to
I
make
think
it.
that's any team though,
Yeah.
and that's why I didn't really like the Purdy slander because like that's any team, any quarterback gonna need their guys to look good. Of course, if he don't got Debo, like you said, like everything you're saying, Debo's a All Pro wide receiver last year, bro, or a few years ago before he was dealing with injuries. He like that. You feel me? And to lose him, CMC to be banged up, to lose arguably one of the best O linemen and Trent Richardson for a few games. I mean, he's still a sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
This team, if they stay healthy, is looking like health is like it's the biggest question because if one person get hurt, it's damn near all over with.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed in those 3 weeks. If one person out, because it really do. If one person in that offense get out, it mess up everything.
It do
Whether
mess up
if it's
everything
CMC, it's gonna mess up the running game. If it's Kittle, it's gonna mess up the pass and the blocking schemes. If it's one of the rideouts, it's gonna mess up the
because the play
coverages.
calling.
Yeah, it's gonna be all differently. And if a defender out, like that's what I noticed. That's why I think they read up and got Chase Young and Randy Gregory because on the defensive end, we seen them getting not exposed, but like that D line needed a little bit.
An improvement. Look,
Yeah,
just
because
rejuvenating.
2 weeks ago they had 0 sacks against Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. You feel me? And this week, 2 weeks later, they got 5. And Chase Young wasn't on the team. Randy Gregory wasn't on the team. I like they got to be healthy. The only if one I already I see how it goes. If they can stay healthy, they got a good shot of winning. But if one injury, I'm talking about it just takes one for them for sure.
Yeah, that's all it takes, man. For sure, man. Uh, we got the Lions. They had beat the Chargers 41-38 in a close one. Jared Goff, he went 23 of 33, 333 yards, two touchdowns. Montgomery, he had 12 carries, 116 yards, touchdown. St. Brown, man, can't talk rave about him enough. How he been a receiver this year, 8 receptions, 156 yards with a TD. Herbert, 27 to 40, 323, four TDs, an interception. Austin Eckler, he had 19 carries, 67 yards, TD. Keenan Allen, 11 receptions, 175, two tuds.
That nigga play like God on our bye week. I ain't even play on my fantasy league
Who?
today. Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen, yep.
Yeah, this man had 175 and two tuds. Takeaways, a lot of offense. Chargers, you know,
Same old, same old.
yeah, this the recipe for the Chargers. Lions, you should. I'm not gonna say you should win by more than this because I think they not that far from the Chargers. The Chargers, they to me in the same boat because I don't think the Chargers are that far from like the Dolphins. I think you go like Chargers like a 5, Lions are like a 7.5, Dolphins like a 7.6, and then everybody else who elite is like an 8.5, 9. Who I think could go do the dance. Chargers and Lions, 41 points and 38. That's a lot of points. No defense, no resistance whatsoever. Everything was clicking. Keenan Allen and Amon Ra, two French top 10 wide receivers. It's a lot of great receivers hooping this season, so I can't just say submittedly top 10, but French top 10. They this was just offensive showcase really. This was
Mm-hmm.
just beautiful offense. I mean, this remind me of not to keep it on the Chiefs, but when the Chiefs played Jared Goff in the when he was on the Rams, he had a game just like this where he hitting on all cylinders. It's not the offense today just looked amazing, and it's the Lions they have games like this where they say, "Damn, they look good," but they only won by 3. Defense didn't do anything. Defense couldn't stop a nosebleed. Defense couldn't stop parked car. If a car was parked, they wouldn't be able to stop it. It was nothing they could do. Justin Herbert running game wasn't really an issue for him. Austin Eckler didn't get too crazy. It was just no coverage against Keenan Allen was gonna work. Nothing. He was catching over man to man when he was in zone. It didn't matter what coverage he looked at. He was gonna make the catch. Chargers blow it up, blow it up. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. It's been 3 or 4 years since Justin Herbert been there. Keenan Allen been there. Austin Eckler was there. Mike Williams, who's hurt still, been there. He always been hurt. Blow it up. Get going. Don't blow up Justin Herbert. But man, you might as well start tanking. Start getting this dude some young guys. Y'all would have tanked. Y'all would have did that last year. Probably could have had Jameson. Marvin Harrison Jr. with him. Y'all could have been right back. But now you gotta wait because Keenan Allen not getting no younger. Mike Williams is always hurt. He ain't getting no younger. Austin Eckler they always hurt and they're not getting no younger. I'll keep Justin Herbert though. Keep him bright spot. Love him. Justin Everett, Jacob Everett, they running back. I think he had a damn near better game than Austin Eckler in the running game today. Joshua Kelly. That's one thing. Joshua Kelly, get him in the game a little bit more. No offense, Austin Eckler. Go to a team that's contending now, and then show your worth. This team, it is no chance for them to win. And like if he was on a team like the Lions, I think Austin Eckler and Keenan Allen, all of these guys we looked at is better because more wins. Man, because the Chargers, they just wasting a lot of good talent over there. There's a lot of great guys, a lot of good names on that roster to be losing like this weekly. This how Raiders. This how the Raiders supposed to be losing. That's a Raiders way of losing, bro.
From the line standpoint of it, I think this is a good win for them. The Chargers team, they they streaky. This one of they these was
No,
one of
they're bad, bro.
this is one of the weeks where the offense got clicking. They put up a lot of points. Where from time to time, the offense do be having explosive performances. And these were just one of them weeks, but you still find a way to win. But 38 points, you don't want to give up 38 points. But like we dispute about Ravens and the Browns. The best two defense coming into this game, they both gave up 30 plus. So it was just one of those things. You ran into a streaky team who ended up getting explosive this week, who ended up getting off on us this week. But it was a good win. But the only discussion that I really got about this game, 'cause like you said, the Chargers, they are unserious ball club. We've seen this picture too many. We've seen this story too many times. I'm tired of reading this book. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to burn it up, give it to somebody else, or go back to the library and turn it in. I'm tired of reading this book. The Lions, they still a young team, still a fresh team that's still scratching the surface and all those things. But Keenan Allen, that's where I'm at with it. Earlier on in the season, I said he got potential to be top 10. I'm still standing by that.
You said top five. Don't do that. You said top five.
Top five.
You did.
I can still, I can somewhat still stand by that. Keenan Allen in 10 weeks. We 10 weeks into the season. He's top 10 in receptions. He in front of St. Brown and CD, six in yards, fifth in TDs at his position. Keenan Allen, for him to still be getting older, still be having like for him to be the main guy on that team, receiving wise, so he be getting all these different coverages. I think that's very impressive for Keenan Allen. He one of the bright spots from the Chargers ball club. But another thing that I want to say, Chargers got to find a way to win games like this. I know we didn't too many times. The Dolphins earlier on in this season, against y'all.
Nigga, forget that,
Uh,
bro. They lost in the play. They lost to go to the playoffs like that to the Raiders when Derek Carr was there. They could have made it to the playoffs.
then they lost in the playoffs last year, bro. 27-0
That's
lead.
them. I hate it, bro. Blow it up. Why, bro? Blow it up. Justin Herbert is a nice quarterback, but I can't keep. It's getting hard to put him in my top five. And this man, and they keep y'all can't win games like this, bro. If you're gonna score 38, you might as well score 42. You might as
Yeah.
well if you already scored 38, you might as well go put four more up.
Then
I know
I,
it ain't legal. I
then,
mean, possible.
then I feel like for us to keep putting him at top five, I think we haven't seen a top five performance from him yet. To where you'd be like, one of those Mahomes esque, Joe Burrow esque type of
I don't know
performances.
about that because his rookie year he was sensational.
Since then, what
Nah, he been having some. It's validated to why it's just he don't got the playoff success or those moments to put him like, but he got the the not the accolades but the yards, the stats, the games where he put up 400 yards, 400 plus yards. Shit, before CJ did it, it was Justin Herbert that put up 400 plus yards in the game
hmm
as a rookie. It was Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert and shit. That's why I say I hate to put him in my top five, but I mean talent is talent. Can't deny it. And that's why I think Keenan Allen and him is a perfect match made in heaven. Because if Mike Williams gonna stay hurt, I know I got Keenan. I know Keenan gonna get up there and catch them whole. And I know he can. Justin got an arm. It's a perfect match made in heaven. But it just at this point, Mike cannot stay healthy, and it's really limiting the team. I mean, Austin can't stay. No, none of the guys who you got stay healthy. Keenan Allen is damn near 40.
Yeah, you can't keep trusting on him.
And yeah, for years going forward, bro. And it's a shame that he gotta still be putting on that type of 175 yards, bro.
Two
Two tuds,
tuds.
bro. That's a lot.
Yeah,
That mean you were damn near perfect, bro. That
them.
mean you were borderline perfect.
That's supposed to be Jetta numbers or something. You know what
Nah,
I'm
for
saying?
yeah.
Like, but that's all I got on that game. But we can move on. I really don't got the stats for this game, but I know you want to talk. I know that I was gonna ask you about it because CJ Stroud, man, he had himself a day. We talking about it on Thursday Night Football about Bryce Young and him. How Bryce Young, everybody been saying that his rookie season kind of been a bust compared to CJ Stroud and the year he having. And you say he been balling. He followed that up against one of the premier AFC teams, one of the better quarterbacks in Joe Burrow, Joe Shiesty. And what he do? Walking his trap. He ain't letting nobody take his pole. You know what I'm saying? He stood on business and see that right. He came out on top, bro. He had one of the best performances from a rookie that we seen. Thoughts on CJ Stroud performance today?
It wasn't that good today. I ain't gonna lie. The thing I don't like about CJ, I told you about this his first week, or really, yeah, his first week when he played. He had a lot of yards. I forgot. I think he had like 300 or something. 308. No, it's the second week. He had 380 yards, and I said, bro, he could be a little bit more efficient. He could throw for like. Remember I told you that I was like, I was like the only thing I say about CJ is efficiency. His efficiency passing because he gonna pass a lot. I love D'Amico Ryan, young second year head coach, black African American head coach, former player, defensive minded, but he didn't think he would get a quarterback like this. He let CJ just throw the ball, and I love that. But if CJ was a little bit more accurate, he had a great game today. He didn't have the best game through for completed under 60% of his passes. I hate that. 50% is anytime I see that, I'd be like, all right, CJ, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
You're a rookie. You my dog. You my dog. You my guy. I ain't nobody gonna vouch for you like me. But damn, 57%. Come on now. But he had 356 yards, man. One touchdown. He had an interception and a fumble. He didn't have the cleanest game. He won his best game today.
Still a rookie, so
Still a
it's
rookie. Yeah. Still a rookie. What I want to talk about though was just the game from the Texans as a whole. The Texans, I was high on them coming in. And again, you can test this. I didn't think they'd be 5-4. Now, I will not lie to you. Would not lie to you. Same thing the Bears doing. I thought they would be doing the same thing.
mm-hmm.
I knew the Bears would be bad, and I just wish Justin Fields would be playing so he could build up his value. C.J. Stroud and the Texans, Devin Singletary, 30 carries, 150 yards in a tud. 30 carries. It was really him that kept, because he not the starting running back. It's some weak dude. I don't even know his name right now. Damian Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
He was hurt today.
Not to cut you off, but you remember just Thursday we were just saying how Texas ain't had no run game.
Yeah, and I knew you were finna say that. That's why I threw that in there. Cause I knew you were finna say that. They have no run game, and that's why I brought it up. Devin Singletary, he old as dirt. Don't play for them. Not even the backup. He was playing for the Bills last few years. He got cut from them. I ain't seen him on the field in a minute, and since we played him in the playoffs, he came out there and had 30 carries, 150. That's not normal. I said that for a reason. He not doing this, but he did it today.
That nigga gonna be sore in the morning.
Boy, I know he is. I know he is. I was like, bro, he is running over him. But then you got the wide receiving core with them, with CJ building. You got Nico Collins, 7 receptions, 172 yards. Young up and coming rookie. I mean, wide receiver, he ain't a rookie. Tank Dell is. He like a sophomore, junior, a little older than CJ, but he's still young, finding your way in this offense, in this system, in this league. And him and CJ got a connection. You got Dalton Short. Came from Cowboys. He stayed in Texas. He going crazy. What do you have today? 4 for 71. Amazing. That's amazing. 4 catches, 71 yards.
Yeah.
He had a few big plays on third down where CJ needed to make a play. It looked like the Bengals was gonna come back, get a stop, third, second down. I'm like, CJ, come on, we need it. I want going against the Bengals, but I'm going for CJ. So I'm like, CJ, we need it. Dalton Schultz coming up big. I love it. Tank Dell, rookie. I come on now. I can't say too much about him. 6 for 56 and a touchdown. That don't sound too crazy, but he's a rookie. He was taken in like the 8th round. He only was taken because CJ vouched for him. CJ vouched for him. He said, because Tank said, hey, tell them to come get me.
Mm-hmm.
CJ was the second overall pick. Second. CJ told him, I got you. That nigga was picked up in the 8th round. That means CJ was like, hey, y'all got to get this guy. I don't care when y'all get him, just get him. He's making the most of it. Scoring touchdowns, being productive. This Texas team, probably not this year. They're not going to make the playoffs. I'm not going to, I like them. I like CJ. They're not going to make the playoffs or nothing. But to beat the Bengals, to have games that a rookie is putting up 470 yards passing, where you have 4 guys putting up 100+ yards reception, and they all scoring a touchdown in one singular game. The defense is coming along. They got some injuries over there. They are going to get better, though. Petrie, the safety, he's going to be nice. He's a rookie drafted with CJ this year. I like Texans doing their thing. They doing their thing. They 5-4, second overall in the AFC South. And with the loss to the Jaguars, they 1 game behind them. That's why I want to talk about them, because that Jaguar, a lot of these losses had a lot of implications. We getting to that point of the season where if you lose, you messing with seeding. I saw that and I was like,
that's why.
They right there.
So if the Bengals lose Thursday, they not making the playoffs.
It's gonna be hard to. They should That's why I want to talk about it too, because this was a game they should have won. I got stats on them too. This is a game they should have won. Joe Burrow cooking. He played a better game than CJ. I would admit. 27 for 40, 347 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did have 2 INTs. So him and CJ both turned the ball over the same amount of time. So I'm really looking at yards and completion percentage. He had a better game. Mixon didn't do anything. They only had 66 rush yards. They could not run the ball at all. But you look at Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd combined 13 receptions, 241. 241. I told you Joe Burrow had 347. That means nobody else was doing anything. No rush. They had 66 rush yards, and they had more than 80% of the passing yards.
But it's kind of crazy because that's really the Bengals in a way, because when I watched that Bill game when they played against the Bills, it was really just who was that boy that was killing, or Higgins? T Higgins.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Jamar didn't go crazy.
And even Jamar wasn't doing that. So.
But that's the thing though, where his games were T can go crazy. It may be games where he don't. It may be games where Mitch can go crazy. He don't. These are games where you started off slow. You started off. You shouldn't have started off that bad. In the AFC North, it's looking like you. That's gonna really come back to haunt them. And they should have won. This is a young team. Most of their players are like sophomores, juniors, third year players. Besides Devin Singletary, old as dirt. Don't eat in Dalton Schultz. Besides them, everybody else is kid. Win this game. You win this game. You probably not last, and if you are last, you probably got a top. Shit, I can't. I ain't got no. It's hard to be a Bengals fan out right now.
I
I
say they
think.
a game. If they would have won today, they would have been tied with the Browns. Now Browns is officially one full game ahead with them beating the Ravens. I said if the Ravens beat them the Bengals Thursday
They damn near, yeah, it's damn near not impossible, but you gotta go on like a Superman type run.
and hope the Browns lose, because the rest of the games is what divisional games.
All right, hold on, keep the because I'm gonna look at the schedules
But
for
no,
both of their teams right
what I
now.
wanted to say about CJ Stroud and why I like this game so much from him, because like he was a rookie, and like these one of those games just to see, to put in that fire, to put their test against another elite top tier
Mm-hmm.
quarterback, and to see how he fare off. And I ain't gonna lie, he didn't back away, he didn't shy away.
Oh yeah,
Yes, he could have had better completion percentage. Yes, he could have not turned the ball over two times, but he won the game. And
he won the game.
that's the most important thing coming from a rookie. Now he been in that situation where he been that fire. Now he can learn from it. So that's why I say I like this game from CJ.
I definitely liked it, but again, I'm a CJ guy. I don't really give too much criticism on him because he is a rookie and he is my guy. But I do want to see the complete. Just the only I don't even care about turnovers. So fuck that. Joe Burrow turned the ball over twice too. What they gonna say?
Hmm.
Man, bro, man, 50% of your passes, bro. Like, imagine taking the test and you complete 50%. Like, come on, DJ, just get that up to like 66. You probably would have thrown for 450. And if he could just get his completion up, I guarantee you he'll be a passing leader. And that's why I say that's the only knock on. That's the only thing I want him to get better at. Because if he could just get them holes accurate and put it where he needs to put it, he gonna throw that hole a lot of times. I can see it for the
Give him
future.
year three.
He gonna be a passing. I can see it. He gonna be a passing leader. But the Browns, they schedule going forward. I got the Browns and the Bengals because it look like it's gonna be them two. They got the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the Browns. Pittsburgh Steelers at home.
Knicks.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
But I got the Browns simply because the reason they lost the first time was because Deshaun. It was like he was still trying to get acclimated. He was on bullshit.
And they only lost by 4, and they at home this time too.
And so yeah, I got the Browns.
Okay, at the Broncos,
I got the Browns.
at Rams.
That's tough.
That is tough. I got the Browns.
I got the
I
Browns.
got the Browns versus Jacksonville. I may go Jaguars. No, I may go
I'm
Browns
going
out. Let's
Browns.
say at home, I may go Browns versus the Browns. At Houston, I may go Texans. Texans at home,
I'm
Christmas
going
Eve.
Browns.
Okay. I'm going Texans.
So Browns winning out.
Then they got the Jets, and then they play the Bengals.
Okay, they lose. That might be the playoff implication right there. That last game.
No, because if they win all those games, it's no way it's no playoff implication because Bengals got Ravens
Oh
at
yeah.
Ravens. They got the Steelers at home. They got at Jacksonville versus the Colts, the Vikings, which 2 easy wins should be at Pittsburgh,
I
at
don't know,
Kansas City.
man. Joshua Dobbs, man.
He has been cooking. He has been, but I don't know if the Browns win all those games,
I already heard two losses. You said they play y'all. They play us.
but they get. Wait, shit, I don't know. You know how I feel about them
That
guys.
that Steelers game can go.
They put themselves in a bad position.
Because the
Yeah,
Steelers second in the division.
they put themselves in a bad position, bro.
Starting off on three.
Then that
The first three games with divisional games.
now they got damn now they got it. Yeah, I don't see it. That's why I say I don't see
But
it. They could make it though, but I don't see it.
I said this after they lose to, and I was like they not make it's confirmed they not make it into the playoffs. But when I think when once they win like 0-3 or 0-4, 1-4,
1-3.
yeah, 1-3, I kind of figured that because you put yourself behind the 8 ball and the way that Pacific Division, but all those Steelers, Browns, and Ravens, elite defenses.
You know what's crazy? They can still make it though.
And they can.
They still could. It's just so hard. They gotta on 100.
Yeah, they got to win out.
They gotta be on 100, bro. That man. But yeah, that's really all I want. CJ Texans great win. Bengals folding. playoffs getting near. All these losses,
Playoffs
all these
getting near,
wins.
man. We 7 weeks away from the playoffs, man. That's where things really gonna get spicy. Things really gonna get serious around here. But man, y'all watch the video this long, man. We really appreciate y'all, man. We're gonna be back with another one. Was maybe Tuesday. Don't know yet, but y'all make sure y'all leave a like, comment, subscribe, man. Hit that subscribe button, sub, man. We very appreciate it. If you left us a subscribe button, a like, even a comment, man. All that takes a long way to go far, and all these things. We very much be appreciated if you do that. Also follow us on all social media platforms. Uh, TikTok, Instagram, we off the bench. All together, no spaces. You can type that into your space bar. We off the bench. You will find us. Our uh clips of this episode right here and other episodes. You can find that on there. We off the bench once again, Instagram, TikTok. Also, you can find that on YouTube. Subscribe and anything else before we get kick off for. And we out, man.